Coach, playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we are at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go!
Flag 90.
Mike 45. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Alert, alert, alert.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 7-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Bissett. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
To throw is Brissett. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Flush to his right. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing, Brissett. A dump underneath to Jones. First down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
What? You waiting?
Mike 52. You.
Spot that. Switch it, kid. Switch it.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 receptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Brissett sets to throw. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. 3rd down here.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play action now. Brissett. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now Eckler. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st down, Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Wilson. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Out of the gun, Brissett. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D. Mike 55, Mike 55. In the bank.
Brissett now. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Watch the screen.
Now on 2nd and 16. Brissett. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Watch the blue. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Come on. Mike 27, Mike 27.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Able to haul it in is Kittle. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Gain of 12 yards. And the Buccaneers, 1st down.
2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
I don't think you're good.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawks touchdown.
Jason Myers for the extra.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Now, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Jones, 70 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Oh, this is blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. So after the block PAT, they're ready to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Now Wilson. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
I got one. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Hey.
Now it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The end result, 21 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hitting this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd down and goal. Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Brissett on 3rd and 2. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Brissett now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Now Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check 24.
And some room to maneuver. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taywan Taylor, 76 yards, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. Throwing on 2nd down, Wilson. That's complete to Robinson.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Finding Gabriel complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 15. 1st down, Seahawks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, Wilson. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from the 20. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. He has been an integral part of the offense all season, and now in the playoffs he's carrying it over. Had the touchdown last week in the wild card game. Now his 2nd TD of the playoffs.
Showing some consistency, and that's something that we have to keep in mind about the playoffs, because we often think you have to be spectacular in order to win. I think consistent is what you're looking for. That can get you to the finish line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll cut it out to the sideline. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his second touchdown of the night, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is down to 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there.
Got it, got it, got it. 27 Mike.
Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
What? Blue 15.
Check, 47. Get him, get him, get him.
I'll go special. I'll go special. What?
Here's Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Watch out in.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Out to his left. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Uchenna Nwosu coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. Who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper throws?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. Back now in Tampa. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jaron Reed. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
He's coming. Double up, double up.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And now here is another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here is Eckler. Michael Brockers in on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
And think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go.
The Seahawks
Here we go.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So last one didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the back. backfield. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Check 50, check 50. I got you.
And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 2nd and 8, Wilson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Game on the line, season on the line. They're going for it here on 4th down.
Check it back, check it.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Taylor Gabriel. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They're going to try and run. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation, they think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Brissett. He completes it to Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. Over the middle, complete. It's Casey. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Bring it!
He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Casey. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Now Brissett. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Ready? Get one. Watch it, Ricky.
They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mike by 2. You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. Their coaching staff, they were pretty adamant beginning of the